What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I got a new video for you, and today, I'm gonna go talk about something. Literally, I've been waiting to go ahead and do this video for 2 days, but now it's already today. So yeah, but anyway, sorry about that. Anyway, so today I decided to discuss about I don't know how to go ahead and put this. To be honest, ever since when I started my senior year last year, basically kind of felt kind of different. Literally the school ended up putting up with its rules and stuff like that. To be honest, it was like my senior year, and literally I still had to go ahead and deal with how can I say this? Literally, the school right now is just like a little kind of off. The new rules, they still have the policy, they still have the well, they still have the policy. They almost age restricted YouTube, and third, we can't even stay outside of class for long. Those are the things that bother me at school, which is kind of annoying. Yeah. So that's why I decided to talk to you guys about, literally, I don't know how to start this, but I'm just gonna go throw it out. I was thinking of discussing about the eras, the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Those times, it was kind of literally, I wouldn't not say you could do whatever you want, but it kind of felt like that you were free. Stuff like that, or not completely free. Well, you still had to go to school at that time, but literally, those eras were amazing. The 70s, literally end up learning, having afros, I don't know, I can't even say too much about the 70s, but they're alright. Now, I want to go ahead and get to the other good parts, which is the 80s and the 90s. The 80s were actually pretty cool because you had style clothing, some music, Michael Jackson, Daryl Hall, and John Oates, and Tears for Fears, and also the hairdos, and even all the good movies that came out in the 80s. And also the 90s, which is actually kind of a good part because I think that was kind of really the era. It's actually kind of more. I don't want to I'm just. The 90s is actually kind of also a good era because we had rappers. It was so good. Literally, to be honest, and everybody actually kind of loved the 90s because there was also good movies too. Stuff like that. And literally up next we also got is the 2000s. The 2000s, that was also good. Introduced, I guess, the millennium, etc. There was also, you guys already know. But let's get to the point. I want to go ahead and discuss with you guys about you guys choosing your own era. For example, if you guys like the 70s, then go ahead and enjoy the 70s. Or if you like the 80s, join the 80s. If you like the 90s, go around ahead, man. And also the 2000s, go ahead and write it. And dealing with that, if I know you guys are kind of confused on what I'm saying, is that I'm actually trying to go ahead and help. What I'm trying to say is that I want to go ahead and actually help one of my friends, if they're having trouble at school, saying that, they hate the school or they wish they could do this and that. But don't worry, guys. I'll give you guys the opportunity to go ahead and choose your era. If you guys want to go ahead and choose, literally, what I'm trying to say is that I'm giving you guys a chance to choose which era you want to be. Because basically one of these eras represent a different, style. So if you guys like the 70s, you guys could search up how is it like in the 70s, or what do people act in the 70s. And also if you guys are into the 80s, you guys could search out what people act like in the 80s, and also it goes with the 90s and the 2000s. But getting to the point, I'm trying to go ahead and bring back those decades. I'm a big fan of the 80s and 90s. Technically, all checking those three eras, but and literally I want to go ahead and bring back those eras and decide to go and have everybody try it out. I mean, like me, I was a big fan of the '80s as when I was a sophomore, and that's where I ended up changing the year from 2017 to 1987. So it's actually no big deal of liking the '80s or whatever eras. I mean, like, it's all right. I like the '80s, and if you guys like other eras like the '70s, '90s, 2000s, whatever, that's all right. I mean, nobody's actually gonna judge you. I mean, like, to be honest, like, yeah, I mean, like, sorry, like, nobody's gonna judge you. I mean, like, if they judge you, like, if you like old school music, then don't listen to them. I mean, like, you get to do whatever you want because that's the era you choose. And the era I choose right now, well, basically last year I was already like in the '80s, but I moved on to the early '90s. And I want to go ahead and have you guys try out I want you guys to pick out your own era. So you guys choose the '70s, and well, be my guest. Like, you could go ahead and listen to '70s music, or dress up like the '70s, or watch movies from the '70s, or City goes with the people who like the '80s and '90s. Like, go ahead and do whatever. Dress up like the '80s and listen to music from the '80s and watch watch movies from the '80s. Same thing goes for '90s, all that. But that's why I want to go and discuss with you guys. I mean, like, I want you guys to go try out to see how does it feel like to fit in with those eras. I mean, like, I'm not forcing you guys to go ahead and try it out. I'm just like literally just saying, like, go ahead and actually just try it out. Like, like, I actually started listening to the '80s when I was a sophomore, and I kind of liked it. And I started listening to the '80s music for the past 2 years, and I kind of like it. So literally one of my friends actually kind of say that I'm addicted to the '80s. Well, it's whatever. I like it. So, and yeah, I guess I got nothing else to say. So there you have it, guys. So literally, this is all I want to talk to you guys about. Try out go ahead and I want you guys to go ahead and actually try out your favorite eras. Sorry about that. That confusing. What I'm trying to say is that I want you guys to go ahead and try something different. I mean, like, if you guys are struggling, then I want you guys to go ahead and try out your favorite things. Like, starting off with the eras that I mentioned. I want you guys to go and try out your favorite eras, and I want you to try to put yourself in that era, and I want you to know how it feels to be in that era. Like, if you like it, then go right ahead. You can go ahead and keep progressing through that era, but or if you guys don't like the era that you're in, you can choose other eras like '80s, '90s, or 2000s. I mean, you can go back to any era. So yeah. Well, I guess that's it. So sorry if this whole thing confused you. I know, literally, to be honest, it didn't confuse me because I had everything planned out. But but I guess I just set it out quick. But I hope you guys actually understand. And like I said, if you guys are struggling in school, just go ahead and try out something. I want you guys to go ahead and try something different other than dealing with the shit over there at school. Sorry if I curse, but it's all right. Just go ahead and just go ahead and actually put yourself in a different spot by just just put yourself in a different spot by just go ahead and oh my god, I lost the words. I'm just speechless. Sorry. What I'm trying to say is that if you're dealing with stress at school, just go ahead and just create your own world. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Create your own world. I mean, if you don't like the stuff that's going on at school, then create your own world. That's what I was trying to say. Create your own world. And if you guys like the '70s, then you could be in that era and also create your own '70s world. If you like the '80s, then go ahead and join the era and create your own '80s world. If you like the '90s, then join that era and make your own version, make your own world of the '90s. That's what I'm saying. Create your own world. I mean, come on. I mean, like, to be honest, I actually kind of imagine that I'm living in the town of Raleigh. That's actually a family version of the '80s. I mean, like, I think that, and yeah. I mean, I actually kind of think that I'm in the '80s, but it's not true. But I kind of like the '80s, so All right, well, I guess that's gonna be it for this video. So if you guys enjoy it, like, let me know what you guys think, if this helped you or not, or if it confused you. I know to me it kind of confused me. I don't even know what was I saying, but hope you guys enjoy. Like, well, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification. And well, literally, yeah. So if you guys actually kind of like the video, then go ahead and try it out. Like, I'm just giving you this opportunity to go ahead and like start over by jumping into a new world that you want to create. Like, if you're struggling at school, just try to go ahead. What I'm trying to say is that you're struggling at school, go ahead and actually, well, should I say, is come up with plans to go ahead and, try to make your trying to make your days go good at school by creating your own world and try to place yourself in, which era. So, like, create your own world. I mean, you can do whatever you want. Like you can create, like, saying that, oh, like, I'm from the '70s or the '80s or '90s. I mean, do whatever you want. So, yeah. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the notification, and see you guys later. Oh, and also, stay '80s.